Good evening. Welcome to the evening forecast discussion for August 4th, 2014. It's currently 9:07 p.m. and for the most part this week it's going to be pretty quiet. It's been quiet today. It's going to be quiet for much of this week, not much in the way of severe weather. We do have one cold front that is on the way for Wednesday. That's going to produce some scattered showers and thunderstorms. But then after that, it's going to be absolutely beautiful for the rest of the week and also the weekend, which, is always a nice thing. We're also going to talk about Hurricane Bertha, which doesn't look all that healthy at all. And we're going to talk about the impacts that Bertha may or may not have on the weather pattern as a whole. I do want to be clear here, no impact whatsoever from Bertha on the New Jersey coast. There will be some rip tides and some unsettled surf. That's true, but that's about it. So let's get into the forecast and see what's going on around here. So the latest observations that we have throughout the region as of 9 p.m. basically have temperatures in the lower to mid 70s over the interior, mid to upper 70s over much of the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area, and Philadelphia is our warmest location at 82 degrees. Temperatures this evening will fall off into the lower to mid 60s along the coast and upper 50s over the interior as skies clear and winds remain generally light and variable. High pressure is pretty much in control over the region. So as a result, we're really not expecting much in the way of any precipitation. We do have some isolated showers and thunderstorms well to the west towards the eastern Great Lakes and well to the south over the coastal waters of North Carolina. But that's about it, and for the most part we can expect dry conditions through the overnight period. Now on the water vapor satellite picture you can clearly see the region is locked in between a stationary front off of the east coast with tropical moisture streaming northward, and we have another cold front that is slowly moving through the Great Lakes that will reach the region by Wednesday afternoon, and in between there high pressure is in full control. Now as this high pressure system shifts to the east, we'll see an increase in cloud cover tomorrow afternoon, leading to scattered cloud cover. However, for the most part, dry conditions can be expected, with temperatures pretty much averaging near normal for this time of year, mid 60s for lows and mid to upper 80s for highs, which is pretty much where we should be for this time of year anyway. Now, as far as the infrared satellite picture is concerned, you can see for the most part, clear skies are in place. We do have some scattered cloud cover. I would not be surprised if we see some fog tomorrow morning, and that fog could be locally dense in a few locations between 4 a.m. and 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. But that's about it as far as any weather impacts. Otherwise, expect dry road conditions and clear skies for many locations with increasing cloud cover in the afternoon. Now, we do have a hurricane of sorts. That, of course, would be Hurricane Bertha. Now, I'm sure many of you are aware what a hurricane looks like, and this is anything but. However, according to the National Hurricane Center, as of 5 p.m., the next update's at 11, we have Bertha with winds of 75 miles per hour and 998 millibar low, and it's moving to the north at 18 miles per hour. Bertha is becoming severely sheared. It's being torn apart, ripped apart, and quite frankly likely won't last all that long. The center is actually here. Okay, here's all the thunderstorms. Here's the center completely exposed. If you thought that the center was down here, I don't blame you, but in reality it's way north here, and it's completely exposed, which is clearly a sign of severe shear and a collapse of the overall structure of Bertha this evening. Now, what do I expect of Bertha? The forecast is for it to stay as a hurricane. It'll probably weaken to a tropical storm over the next 12 hours, and then it'll just become entrained in the 500 millibar pattern. When we take a look at that 500 millibar pattern, this is the water vapor satellite picture of the northern Atlantic. These blue areas, these blue lines, this is the upper level winds. You can see we have a pretty impressive jet streak off of the east coast, basically set up from southwest to northeast. And that southwest is from the Gulf of Mexico all the way up into the northern Atlantic. And that's exactly where Bertha will end up. potentially enhancing the weather pattern up here in the northern Atlantic, enhancing this low pressure, for example, and leading to a little bit more high latitude blocking than what was originally expected. But that's about it. Otherwise, Bertha will have no impacts whatsoever on the region. So let's take a look at the latest model guidance using the Penn State UWall website and using the European model guidance here. Again, for this evening, high pressure is pretty much in control. Tranquil weather conditions can be expected. Temperatures falling off into the lower to mid 60s. For tomorrow, scattered cloud cover with increasing clouds in the evening. Looking for temperatures in the mid to upper 80s, and you'll definitely notice an increase in humidity with dew points basically pushing into the mid 60s. Now, again, this isn't tremendously humid. It's not a heat wave in any way, shape, or form, but it'll feel a little bit uncomfortable out there. For Wednesday, that cold front's going to move through with scattered showers and thunderstorms. It's not the strongest cold front, but it does do the job of getting rid of this tropical-like air mass. And it will lead to temperatures in the lower to mid 60s for lows on Wednesday and high temperatures in the lower to mid 80s. Again, watch out for those scattered showers and thunderstorms. I do not expect any severe thunderstorms, though, so that's a good news. These thunderstorms will be capable of heavy downpours, occasional to frequent lightning, and wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. For Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and even Monday, guess what? High pressure in complete control, scattered cloud cover to clear skies, no threat for precipitation whatsoever, and temperatures averaging slightly below normal to near normal. We're looking at low temperatures in the upper 50s to lower 60s, high temperatures in the lower to mid 80s, upper 70s along the immediate coast, and generally tranquil, dry weather conditions in place. So that means our weekend is looking very, very nice. One little aspect that we're going to keep an eye on is this area of low pressure. That's going to be festering off the southeast coast. That could cause some problems for the middle part of next week. That's your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.